I welcome every one of you to Global Education Channel. In my introduction last time, in my last video, I introduced Global Education Channel as a channel that is going to be dealing with education, agricultural education, and management. And today, I want to start with education. Education has been termed a scam by a majority of people. But I want you to understand that education is not a scam. That's why today I'm speaking on education, the pivot and asset of a better future. That education is not a scam. It is an asset and pivot of a better future. Education, what it is and what it is not. Education is not a scam. People say it is a scam. What is a scam? Scam is anything or any practice that is deceptive and fraudulent. Education is not deceptive, neither is it a fraudulent practice, except what you use it for as an individual. Education is termed to be a scam by people generally because of the following reasons. Number one, education has been lowered to a ground level because of majority of people that are educated and are not employed. So generally, there's an alarming rate of gross unemployment by people that have gone to school. They have spent their life, their treasures, and their time in schooling to get educated. Unfortunately, after having spent all these resources, they are not employed and they have no means of earning a living, even with their high education at whatever level. Number two, apart from unemployment, those who are luckily employed have meager salary or wages, which is not commensurate with the present living standard, with the present economic standard globally. And therefore, this brings discouragement to a lot of people. And why have they spent all their resources, their time and life for schooling to educate themselves? And this is making people, because of inability to cope up with the economic trends, and that's what makes them to term education as a scam. And number three, education is termed a scam because of the upsurge of technologies and the various kind of courses and development coming up through technologies. And these kind of courses and knowledge with skills, they are outwitting our normal conventional education or courses or disciplines. And because of this, those who have gone for conventional courses or conventional education, they now look at education as actually a waste of time, a waste of resources, and a waste of life because technology is now taking over. And all the courses that the technology is bringing it up today is outwitting conventional education. And therefore, people termed education as a scam. However, I want to implore everyone to understand that education is not a scam. Education is an asset and is a pivot for a better future. Even in terms of the upsurging technology, is part of education. Education brings about science and technology. And since education is the source of science and technology, therefore, science and technology is a kind of developmental education that is bringing upliftment to the standard of living of man. And therefore, we should not see education as a scam. I only employ every individual from various disciplines of life to ensure that you update yourself with technological trends that will bring about the development of your discipline so that you can stay relevant, you can stay updated, you can stay useful in the global society. Having said what education is not, that is, education is not a scam, I now want to come back to what education is. Actually, education is a means and pathway of a better future. Why? Education is a problem-solving tool for every humanity. Education liberates from illiteracy and ignorance. Education brings about transformation of life, individual lives, societal life, national life, and even international life. Education brings about transformation of life, and it brings about development at local, at national, and international level. Without education, even with science and tech, they cannot come up. And without education, the standard of living today will have been far below what it is today. And the way of life of today, the development of today, the civilization of today, the convenience and comfort of life of today wouldn't have come to pass and wouldn't have come to place if education is not in place. So education is a valuable asset for every individual, and it is a high force of a better future for everyone, depending on how you see it and how you put yourself into it and what you use your education to do in life. So education is an important thing in human life. And that's make me to come to the point that if education is so useful, if education is so needful, if education is so important for our personal and national and international developments and transformations, then I will employ everyone to ensure that to stay updated, to stay relevant without becoming obsolete, without being ignorant, without being illiterate, to stay relevant, to stay updated, and to stay useful in the global society of today and the upcoming future, then we must be educated. That means everybody must read to be educated. When I talk about read, read means you must read to be resourceful. You must read to be resourceful. To be resourceful, that is, you have initiatives. You can bring about things. You can bring about ideas. You can bring about practices. You can bring about techniques. You can bring about a lot of things. That is why we now have technologies of various sorts. Education brings about resourcefulness. So read to be resourceful. Not only that, read to be empowered. When you are educated, you have power. We said knowledge is power. Education gives us knowledge. And when you have this vital, relevant knowledge, you are empowered to be useful for yourself and for the society in which you live. You become relevant and you become a solution to human situation. Not only that, you must also read to advance. Read for advancement. If you want to progress in life, if you want to make successes in life, in order to leave the stage where you are to higher stages, to higher attainments, to higher achievements, then read for advancement. Likewise, you must read for development. Read to develop yourself. Read to develop your future. Read to develop your society. Read to develop your nation. So you must read for development. So read for resourcefulness. Read for empowerment. Read for advancement. Read for development. So education is quite very vital for every humanity. I want to employ all all our governments in every nation, all our labor leaders, and every stakeholders in the management of man in every nation to ensure that we come to the aid of education to salvage the situation so that education will not totally collapse, education will not become irrelevant, education will not become a waste for everyone that has spent every resources of life for education. We must do all we can, put all hands on deck. We must put all hands on deck to ensure that education maintains its standard. And afterwards, after everyone has spent every resources they have to get educated, there must be valuable opportunity for them to put education into use, either personally by raising themselves up being self-employed and being assisted from every quarter, or being employed in governments and non-government organizations. This will help to salvage education. If not, the trend of education today is coming to a state whereby people will no longer want to go to school, and illiteracy and ignorance will be on the increase globally. When that comes up, then we are encouraging vices, juvenile delinquencies, and other forms of vices to come up globally. So therefore, everybody in every nation, let's ensure we encourage education and we give all it takes in educating our people and getting the educated well established after they have spent their lifetime resources. Thank you for listening and watching. But don't forget, please subscribe and press the notification button so that the YouTube will notify you when my next video excerpt is out. And then share with your friends so that they can benefit from discussions like this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.